7:30, the exhibition on WOMC 104.3 FM. At the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson on 97.1 The Ticket.
Is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage, Real Estate, and Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed, alongside of me, Alex Nafusi.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Hey, good morning to you, Alex, and everyone out there listening. We are broadcasting live here in the studio. 248-539-9797. We take all your calls about mortgages and real estate. Just 1 hour, so hang in there with us all morning long. I'm not 100% sure we'll cover the Tigers, but I guarantee Pat Caputo, following us up here, will be covering the Tigers, and we got Lions and college football all day here. So keep it on 97.1 The Ticket. So many people haven't taken advantage of refinancing yet, so give us a phone call at the office or here in the studio if you want to find out how you can save money. 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's over at Capital Mortgage Funding, our sponsors. And I know we have a full staff this morning in case you need one of those approval letters also.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call the office, people there all day. You know, Harvey, you and I were talking prior to the show. And, it's slowed down a little bit. I mean, I think that, the housing market as a whole is still very, very hot. Prices are still going up and people are looking to make moves. But, unfortunately in Michigan, you get that mid-October lull and you're running, 30 to 45 days maybe on a standard transaction start to finish to buy a house, which puts you, mid-November, end of November. And you kind of get the whole the holidays are coming. I don't want to close and move on Thanksgiving. And then you get Christmas. So it slows down right now. And unfortunately what happens when it slows down is you get the shady dudes coming out. You get the guy standing in the shadows, chewing a toothpick, flipping a nickel. Who's like, oh yeah, I'm a mortgage guy too.
I'm seeing the visual on that.
Yeah, was that good? I'm thinking like one of those sketchy hats from the 1920s is in the shadows. He's like, yeah, I'll do your mortgage for you. And I was telling you before, I had a guy in process, and I'm telling you, man, this guy called and he's like, yeah, I got a better quote, Alex. The rate's lower, guys. I'm telling you, the quotes now and the rates now and the costs now. You're seriously, dude. You're maybe an 8 to a quarter point. No matter who you go to, you're picking someone you want to talk to for 30 days that's going to be nice to you, that's going to be honest, that's going to close your deal. This guy's telling me first of all, his credit sucks. It's like a 662 credit score. He's putting 5% down, had a foreclosure 6 years ago, a bankruptcy. I mean, he's lucky anyone's even talking to him on the phone. And these guys tell me, yeah, I'm getting 3 7/8 on a 30-year fixed for $2,000 in costs.
It's not happening.
Dude, trust me, it's not. Everything's transparent now. There's nothing, it's not like 2004 where you could call one company and they were quoting you 6.5 and someone else would get you 5 7/8 and all that. It's very, very, very similar. I mean, I did everything but beg this dude. I'm like, listen, man, you're going to get, I'm not going to say the exact word I said, but dude, you're going to get hammered by this guy. If someone's flat out talking to you on the phone saying, I can do this, I promise you, and it's that much of a lie, your deal's done. And to compound it, it's a purchase. He's got kids and a wife. It's just going to be Explosionville. I'm telling you right now.
You're setting yourself up maybe for something that you didn't count on, and that could be a lot of headaches. Perhaps his rate lock's going to bust. He's going to get a lot of stories here in about 30 days. His rate lock,
he's not even. There's no. It's someone might as well quote him 0%
because it's not.
That's how off that deal is. It's never going to happen.
Perfect fall day out there anyways. It's going to be sunny, 74 degrees. It's football weather. The cider mills are happening. You can hang out and have dinner tonight. You got the Tiger game. If you want to make money buying new real estate and maybe flipping it, we see some of those guys still out there, believe it or not. The economy's getting better here in Southeast Michigan. There are families that have done some things in the past that now they can come back and now maybe refinance their house. And you just see a lot going on still out there in the real estate world. If you've got a situation a little unique to what you think's going on, give us a phone call, 248-539-9797. Mortgage rates were flat, actually, sort of all week long. Ended maybe a smidge higher at the end of the day. We had pretty much an exceptional week. Rates are very, very good. A tremendous amount of savings for our clients that are consolidating debt. And more importantly, Alex, as you know, reducing the term of your mortgage is a great way to fly. Some of you are undecided. Just call us. We can do the numbers, do the math for you. It's really a laid-back thing. And, I had a guy earlier this week call me at the office, and it seemed like he was rushed, and he was talking about rates and all these things. I said, whoa. That's not how it works. Right. We sat down, and we finally started ironing out the numbers. Now we can decide.
He came to the office with you?
Actually, this one was on the phone, but I do like to entertain at the office.
Harvey loves to talk to people for for 2 hours, brings them in, and they talk. You talk about everything, man.
I always tell them, hey, look, generally speaking, grab a pen. There's, like you said, there's nothing hidden. There's no secrets. It's about the loan amount, your value of your house, better known as the loan to value, your debt to income ratio. What program is going to, make sense for you? And then it's into the documentation. And I think that's why it's so important for a lot of the families out there are considering buying a house. And Alex, as you mentioned, it's sort of slow now with the holidays just around the corner. Also a great idea. Why not consider putting your family? That's a great holiday gift for your family. Whatever you're celebrating, how about maybe sitting down with your wife or your significant other and just saying, hey, maybe now is the time to find out if we can put ourselves in a little bit better situation.
Well, I think as consumers as a whole, we get these fictitious numbers in our head, like I have to sell my house by the end of the year. Like, dude, there's nothing that happens December 31st. There's January 1st, nothing. There's no difference between selling your house tomorrow or January 15th. It doesn't matter. But, the good side to that is that you are going to see some people that say, you know what, sweetie, I know we want $150 for the house. Let's just drop it to $140 and be done with it. So I think if you really are in the active mode for looking right now, you are going to see some people that just say, listen, man, we got to get out of this house. I want to be in a new one by January. And you are going to be able to pick up some deals.
You were out there looking for a house. And, I didn't even actually, personally, we haven't spoken about that. You've mentioned it a few times on the air. I know over the last couple of months. I don't even know what mode you're in on that. But, I think you saw some homes that were completely overpriced and weren't going to work. And then I don't know what else. You made some bids. I don't even know what happened.
It is. The cool thing is that I'm in the middle of everything right now, so I can speak firsthand about it. Obviously I know, I'm the mortgage guy, but from a real estate standpoint, dude, I have realtors. I have Josh Taylor and Dan DeBensky from Scout Real Estate. Those are my friends, and and trust what they say. And going through it, it really is interesting because I hear the stories and the people that call up and say, hey, the homeowner said this, the seller said this. I hear it firsthand. Where like some of these dudes, they price their houses, and like you said, they're so overpriced. It's like, the problem is you get, now the market's hot. So you get these agents that are back end processing. You're a realtor, and you were out for 6 years because you wanted to go work at Saks and get the discount, and your husband's an orthopedic surgeon, and you don't know what you're doing. But now you're back in the business, and you get this thing like, well, let's just list it for way over what it's worth, and we'll just get an offer. All you're doing is jamming up the market, man. There's nothing. You got to be able to support that. And even if somebody does offer you what you want for your house, it has to appraise out.
We're just doing the show solo today, but of course, we've had all the real estate agents on all year long, and they'll be back following us here. Keep it tuned to 97.1 The Ticket. We always bring in professionals. If you're a professional real estate agent, want to even maybe get on the show one day, just give us a call at the office. We can find out where your expertise is and maybe have a lot to add to what's going on here in Southeast Michigan. 248-539-9797. Always looking to give you the best information regarding mortgages and refinancing. Alex, one of the things that's changed over the last 3 years is really the documentation. It's pretty tough out there, I'll tell you. And I think I'm quite amazed by some families and some of these transactions, as you know, go very, very smooth. It could be a W-2 employee. The bank deposits are real clean. All that's getting deposited is our payroll checks. And then there's lots of families out there that, have bank statements that are all jazzed up. I can't, so I'm sort of amazed at what I'm seeing. We see some families moving money around, and it's this is like the heads up. If you're going to be buying a house or consider refinancing, try to keep your statements clean. If you're a gambler.
The biggest issue we have on a transaction basis are the funds to close. That's always the thing that jacks you up at the very last second. I don't care if you've got $1 gazillion in the bank. If you deposit $50,000 cash and it's on the bank statement, we have a problem.
We got a big problem on that one.
And first of all, as long as you're not stealing the money or selling some illicit product that's illegal, I don't care where the money comes from. But Fannie Mae does, and Freddie Mac does, and FHA does, and my underwriters do. And we have to show them where it came from. Don't argue with me. I don't care. I don't care where it came from.
We're going to share some great information with you. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
97.1 The Ticket. Want to help Valvoline Instant Oil Change go pink this October? If so, you'll be helping fight breast cancer all month. Buy your pink or black wiper blades and help Valvoline Instant Oil Change proudly support the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Help Valvoline go pink this October. Learn more online at VIOCpink.com.
This is Hollywood. And we're giving away 2 tons of star power during the Ram giveaway. Start earning entries now. Get 50 and 100 times entries on bonus days. Don't miss the drawing Saturday, December 7th, starting at noon, with the grand prize drawing at 5 p.m. You could win free slot play credit and even a Ram 1500 ST 4x4, only at Hollywood. So welcome to a world of A-list players, where you're the star, a celebrity, the action hero in Hollywood's latest box office smash. From the newest releases to classic greats, this is where fame turns into fortune and stars become legends. See for yourself. There's no place like Hollywood. Hollywood Casino, Toledo. See player services for details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 800-589-9966 for help.
Excuse me, sir.
Hi, what do you need?
Pants in a 44 waist?
Looking for something lace?
No, a 44 waist?
A shoelace?
I need a 44 waist.
We don't carry that size.
What? I won a prize?
No.
Stop shopping in no man's land. Destination XL is a better way for bigger men to find clothes and is now open in Troy, Novi, and Lathrop Village. Destination XL. Big on being better.
Hey, it's Guy Fieri. And before the game, it's all about the tailgating. Burgers, sausage and peppers, onions, hot wings, you name it. But come game time, if you got yourself a whole bunch of heartburn, roll out the Rolaids.
Don't let heartburn keep you from enjoying the things you love. Rolaids gets you back in the action fast. Its dual-active formula neutralizes more acid than Tums. For indigestion and heartburn, get rapid relief with Rolaids.
Rolaids? Now that's how you spell relief.
Use as directed. Acid neutralization may not correlate with symptom relief.
Technology. At Vibe Credit Union, it's in our DNA. Like mobile check deposit. Just snap a photo of your check and use the Snap Check feature of our mobile banking app to make deposits from anywhere. Technology. It's at our core. At Vibe Credit Union, we use technology to create a unique banking experience. Learn more about what makes Vibe different at vibeisdifferent.com.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services and MLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Leaves are raked, grass is cut, and driveways swept. Now I'll top off the water softener with Diamond Crystal Salt.
Save the best chore for last?
Yeah, it's kind of special.
Why is that?
Well, Diamond Crystal Salt helps extend the life of our plumbing and appliances.
That's great.
It helps give us brighter and softer clothes.
Love that.
And it helps reduce spots on our dishes.
Brilliant. So why do it last?
Well, it does so many nice things, the least I can do is spend some quality time appreciating it.
Diamond Crystal Salt. A brilliant choice since 1886.
We don't know who will be playing in Super Bowl 48. We do know that you could be there. Hamlin Pub, the official football game watching hangout in Metro Detroit, is giving one lucky person the chance to win 2 tickets to this year's Super Bowl, along with passes to the Bud Light Hotel, courtesy of Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL, and Super Bowl 48. 97 won a ticket will even throw in $2,000 to get you there. Hang out at your favorite Hamlin Pub during any NFL game and enter to win this grand prize, along with sports memorabilia from DC Sports and Lions tickets. Hamlin Pubs, where everyone's a regular.
When you're on the go, stop at 7-Eleven for Breath Savers Mints and a small coffee for only $1 any day at any 7-Eleven. Limited time offer at participating locations while supplies last. Only Breath Savers Mints have Nutrizent to get rid of bad breath. Breath Savers, don't take chances, hit the mints. CBS Primetime is brought to you locally by Subway. Eat fresh.
Sunday.
Love is in the air, Lisbeth.
You're invited to a very special mentalist wedding.
Grace, will you marry me?
Yes, fine, of course we'll marry.
All new CBS Sunday.
Lions, Browns. Kickoff tomorrow at 1 on Lions Radio.
97.1 The Ticket.
Yeah, this is totally one of those songs to get you up every morning, right?
Yeah, I like this little Beastie Boys.
9:16 here. You got it on the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE. I'm Harvey Freed. He's Alex Nafousi. We'll give you up till 10 o'clock some mortgage talk. Then it's going to be Pat Caputo with sports here all morning long. Got Tigers coming up, Lions tomorrow, Michigan State. Hey, your tailgating buddies up there.
A lot of action this weekend,
This is
sports-wise,
fun.
man.
Yeah, be
Wow.
out there on your little deck and hanging out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I just sit outside, low-key day, man. Me and Stacy watch Michigan State, have a couple beers, just low-key, man. I'm like a dork, and I get old, and now I'm just like, I got nothing, man. I'm not going, I have buddies driving to East Lansing right now. I don't know. You wake up one day and you're old.
You're not that old yet. 248-539-9797. We got some callers to get to. We got Jim out there with a buyer's question. Good morning, Jim from South Line. What's happening?
Hi, guys. I've been listening to what you're saying about the time of the year and do you sell, don't you sell. I'm in Lyon Township, South Lyon. Things are really pretty hot out here. Have a 3,600 square foot home, 3-car garage, finished basement, in-ground pool. I'm just curious and what you guys think on how long this bubble is going to kind of last. Do I have a year? Do I have a year and a half? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, obviously, if I had a crystal ball, I wouldn't be doing this, man. I'd love to tell you, that it's going to last forever. But, I think it's going to slow down, man. I think we're dangerously close to where we were back in, 05 and 06 with these house prices. I mean, if you're looking to move, I would tell you to list it now because, here, values, there's only one thing that can happen that's really going to swing what's going to go on with you, and that's rates going up. So if rates go to 5.5, you're going to see people pulling back. I mean, I'd pull the trigger now if I were you.
The other thing that's going on, we're in...
You're where?
Am I losing you?
You're in a tunnel calling from...
Jim, sorry, we lost that call. All right, we'll follow up with you, definitely. It sounded interesting.
I hear a Niner in there?
Purchase market's still hot beyond belief, but, again, there were some problems years ago. You've seen it firsthand. What's the bottom line? You got to pick a great location. You got to figure out what program works best for you. Coming up in November, there's going to be some information about, or actually this year, where Fannie Mae is going to release that you can only go 5% down on conventional purchases. So interesting to say that some of the FHA buyers that were using that or going to conventional may come back to the FHA program. Again, Fannie Mae making changes that are coming up here at the end of the year. So if you are considering, you got great credit, you're a conventional purchase, money's a little tight.
I couldn't care less about that. People are flipping, they're changing the guidelines, making it harder. Dude, if you can't come up with 5% of your own money for the deal, that's...
Yeah, you need to hold off.
Come on, man.
Let's try Mike out there in Canton. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just had a question for you. I own a house here in Canton, and I got about 14 years left on a 15-year mortgage. I bought a piece of property up in Traverse City, and I paid cash for it on the bay.
Real nice.
And I got a good deal on it, and trying to figure out what to do. I'm trying to save up money. I want to save up about $150,000 and put it down on it and build like maybe a $300,000 house.
Nice.
So I'm looking at it going, who do I go to say, hey, I paid cash for the property. I'm trying to save some cash up so I can put a big chunk down.
Yeah.
And not have a big note because I just don't want that.
Sure. Well, you own that property. You already bought the property then?
Yeah, I bought it last year.
And you paid cash for it. Yeah, you're able to get, it's funny, I wrote a little bit this morning about construction loans to permanent loans, but generally speaking, because you own the land, you're going to be able to go and obtain a construction loan. And the construction loan is set up typically with about 4 draws. You'll have to hire an architect. That first draw, you already own the land. So the first draw will go to be, digging the hole, pulling the permits, putting the foundation in. You got to deal with the licensed builder. You'll be able to deal with local banks up there. If you want to handle the financing down here, we can probably do it for you in the future also. But it's a great process. I guess the key for you is at this point is just saving money to get to the point where you're going to build a house. What is that, East Bay, West Bay? Where are you at up there?
It's East Bay. It's 3 miles north of the Grand Traverse Resort.
Oh, it sounds great. So that's going to be, is that going to be your that's just a second home for you, right?
Second home, retirement, hopefully.
Sounds fantastic. Well, all you got to do is save money. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem for you at all. You want to keep your credit clean, obviously. And as long as you're in a position to start, building 3-4 years from now, there's going to be all sorts of availability for you. And it's just a simple loan. It's construction loans are just like any loan. It's a draw process. I'll give you some more information. I'll follow up with you, Mike. But again, you're a few years away, but it's time to start getting excited for that. Follow what's going on in real estate up there. You never know. We've had people buy land. Thanks for the call, Mike. We have people buy land all the time, and then by the time they're actually getting ready to, maybe build on it, they sell it, and they maybe buy another piece of land.
That's a good call, man. I mean, he's doing everything the right way. He's saying, I want to save up money for the house, and I want to put a big chunk down. I don't have a huge payment. That's really what you're supposed to do. I mean, the deal. The deal with getting a mortgage, it's not, you shouldn't max yourself out and put you in a position where you're so stressed every month and you're so stretched every month that you're constantly worrying about it. I mean, you want to be able to go to bed at night, put your head down, and fall asleep, man. You don't want to be counting the days until the 15th or the 1st or whenever you get paid because you got that big mortgage payment coming due. That's not living, at least for me. I mean, some people have gone their whole, I have clients and they've gone their whole lives, and it's paycheck to paycheck, and they've got a mortgage for $417,000, and they've got the BMW and this and that, and they spend every single cent they make. If they get a check for whatever, they get a check for $10,000. The rich people, they get a check for $10,000, and after taxes, it's whatever, $7,000. Man, they spend $69.50 a month.
It's gone.
And if you want to go through life like that, that is totally cool. If you're happy, I'm happy for you. I just don't think that's. I wasn't raised that way. I just wouldn't want to go through life like that.
There's some other changes coming up on that Fannie Mae change coming this year. No more 40-year amortizations. No more interest only. Those should have been done away with years ago. Tougher debt-to-income ratio. So again, we've got a lot to share with you. If you're considering purchasing a house, now could be a time that you want to get in now versus maybe waiting 2 or 3 months. Again, the thing about getting approval in your hand and that mortgage commitment that we so often talk about is knowing exactly what you qualify for. Hey, let's move on to some calls. We got James out there in Richmond. Good morning, James. You're live on the ticket.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good. I just had a question about my wife and I are considering some investment property, and I'm wondering how to go about getting the financing for those kinds of things.
It's a regular old deal. There's nothing funky about that at all.
Yeah, 20%.
Just like a mortgage, same different?
Yep. I mean, the underwriting's, the appraisal is a little bit different. You need what's called a comparative rent schedule on the appraisal, so that's a little bit more expensive. Your rate's a little bit higher. It's a higher risk loan, but there's really nothing to it, man. I mean, it's 20% down. It's a regular old school deal.
Is it? Did they say investment property?
How much it is? How much it's worth?
I'm sorry. What do you mean? How much it's worth? 20% of what the purchase price is.
Quite a bit of money. I mean,
it doesn't matter what it's worth. It's what you're buying it for.
No.
So what are you buying the house for? How much?
Well, the investment property is listed at $600,000.
And what do you think it's worth?
$475,000.
It's listed for $600,000 and it's worth $475,000. So you're going to offer him what, $450,000?
I was thinking about going in lower, but
okay, well, yeah, awesome, yeah, going at $400,000. Do what you can do. Yes, I mean you need 20% or whatever the purchase price is.
What is it, by the way, James? What is
like
it?
a normal mortgage?
Correct, sir.
James, what is it? You're scaring me here. Is it vacant land? Is it a house? I mean, you got some big numbers here. You're talking over $500,000. What is it?
It's a property that has cottages on it.
Oh, a whole bunch of cottages. So it's more of a business thing. It might even be a commercial loan. Yeah, it could be a commercial loan. What are there cottages that you can rent out on the water?
So it is different.
Yeah, it sounds like this would be different.
That one is different.
So where would I go to get that kind of financing?
I'll make some calls for you and call after the show. Let me see what I can figure out for you. My father-in-law is a commercial lender, so let me call him and see what I can dig up for you.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, James.
Great call. Again, if you need any help, we can also refer you. I like that, Alex, because we can refer you to a lot of the professionals in the area. And, Alex, I started telling you a little bit about this remodeling job I'm doing with my girlfriend right now and her house. And some great guys have come by and done some good work. But on the other hand, I don't know if they're believing what's coming out of their mouth. I'm going to start recording these phone calls because you got to deal with people that you were referred to. You just do. I mean, I'm dealing with some strangers out there. And you know what Mr. Glanz always said about strangers? You don't talk to them. There might be something to be said about that because some of the information, even in this remodeling job or whether you're getting a mortgage or purchasing a house, you really got to know and trust the people you're working with. Sometimes getting a great referral
that's
is the way to fly.
Down to, man. I mean, here, I'm telling you, Harv, if you call it was a granite countertop, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
If you call every granite place in the phone book and you're like, well, how much is it for 10 square feet?
Yeah.
You're going to get ripped off, dude. You know someone's going to lie to you.
248-539-9797. We come back. All your calls.
When you're at the corner of living bank free and making bank, you need to secure your cash. So Walgreens created the New Balance Financial Prepaid MasterCard. Load it with cash at Walgreens and use it wherever Debit MasterCard is accepted, even online. We'll even replace any funds if it's lost, stolen, or destroyed by a washing machine. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
This card is issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International Incorporated. Fees and restrictions apply. See store for details.
My friend Dave has a question.
Yeah, what's DTE Energy doing with renewables?
Just so happens I have an expert here, Louisa from DTE Energy.
Actually, Dave, DTE is committed to developing renewables here in Michigan. We're partnering with schools, businesses, and communities on solar installations to generate power.
That's great. What else are you doing?
We're taking a thoughtful approach, working in a variety of different areas to determine which technologies are most viable.
Okay. What about wind energy?
Wind is a big part of our program. DTE Energy is dedicated to wind as an ongoing way to serve customers. Did you know that soon we'll be able to power a city 6 times the size of Ann Arbor with wind energy alone?
Those wind turbines are really cool, too. Think I could get one?
Where do you live?
Nice little high-rise, not too far from here.
I don't think so.
Well, if you have a question, just go to AskDTE.com to ask it. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
I'm what you would call a lifetime smoker. All that changed when Dr. K did an oral cancer exam and explained the options to me. I never gave oral cancer a thought.
Close to 37,000 Americans will be diagnosed with oral cancer this year. It will cause over 8,000 deaths, killing roughly 1 person per hour, 24 hours a day.
Kakira's Family Dentistry encourages you to see your dentist at least twice a year for cleaning and a screening. Make it a priority, please.
Kakira's Family Dentistry, Allen Road, Woodhaven, 734-676-1656. KakirasDentistry.com.
There's a million reasons you should play at MGM Grand Detroit, and here's one more. The $1 Million Free Play Giveaway, October 7th through the 27th. Come in and swipe your MLife card, and you could win your share of $1 million in free play. All participants will automatically receive entries into the Free Play for a Year drawing on October 30th. Earn additional entries all month long playing your favorite MGM Grand Detroit slot machines. Visit the MLife desk for details and join in the $1 Million Fun only at MGM Grand Detroit. Grand times ahead. Must be 21 or over.
Join us at Max and Irma's for Free Cookies Wednesday. You get 2 of Irma's famous fresh baked chocolate chip cookies free with any menu purchase all day, every Wednesday at participating Max and Irma's. Everywhere else, it's just lame old Wednesday. But at Max and Irma's, it's a lush free cookie oasis in the middle of a vast desert of no free cookie days. Free Cookies Wednesday. You can thank Irma for making it the best day of the week.
We're down at Max and Irma's, yeah. It's all good.
See restaurant for details.
Is your family waiting for the market to improve to sell your home? Many growing families want to move, but are losing sleep because they're upside down with their mortgage and feeling stuck in their current home. I'm Mike Kalis, president of Marketplace Homes. We've developed a 6-year lease guarantee that has helped hundreds of families just like yours move into a new home without the burden of a short sale or foreclosure. If you purchase a new home in one of our partner communities, Marketplace Homes will give you a guaranteed lease on your current home for up to 6 years. We'll pay for tenant damage, cover utilities, cut the grass, shovel the snow, and you'll receive rent even if there's no tenant. It's guaranteed. Discover how easy it is to build new. It takes just 30 seconds to qualify your home by going to marketplacehomes.com. If you think you can't move, think again. Marketplace Homes offers a wide range of homes and communities across Metro Detroit, from Macomb to Novi, from Northville to Howell. Visit marketplacehomes.com.
Tune in this Sunday as the Detroit Lions head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Game time is 1 p.m. Presented by Ford, the official automotive company of the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Show your Tigers pride. The Tigers are going to the ALCS. Get your official postseason merchandise at the Comerica Park D-Shop on the corner of Witherell and Montcalm today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Monday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men. Curtain goes up in the ALCS tonight in Boston, 8 p.m. right here on The Ticket. Tigers and Red Sox. Anibal Sanchez against left-hander John Lester for the Sox. In the NLCS, St. Louis, a 3-2 winner in the opener over the Dodgers in 13 innings last night. Number 18, Michigan, a mere 2.5-point favorite Over to Nittany Lions at Penn State today, 5 p.m. the kickoff on AM 950 WWJ. 4-1 Michigan State at home against Indiana. A 10-point favorite. The Spartans are kickoff at 12 noon. Lions defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh loses his appeal, the $100,000 fine levied against him by the NFL. The 2-year-old son of Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson died from an aggravated assault. Peterson does plan to play in Sunday's game. The Red Wings at home tonight against the Flyers, 7 p.m. from the Joe. Hear that one on CBS Sports Radio 1270. Exhibition game for the Pistons on the road to New Jersey, 7:30 on WOMC 104.3 FM. From the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson on 97.1 The Ticket.
Sports you can believe in.
97.1 The Ticket.
Broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Or shoot us an email, themortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We always take your calls here in the studio, 248-539-9797. Lots to talk about. I'm Harvey Fried, Alex Nafusi joining me. We got a small crew, Alex. We haven't done a two-man radio show like this. I'm going to say in 3 years. It's been maybe
like
2 years.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Seems like it's been longer, maybe. All right. Definition of an appraisal of a home is, assigning value to the property, determining its fair market value. And we've had some great luck here. If you want to, or if you had some trouble in the past with some other mortgage companies, or your house didn't appraise out a year ago, be sure to call us on the studio line, or definitely get in touch with us at Capital Mortgage. Appraisal values have come up in Southeast Michigan. And as you know, in 2007, the economy in the country was in horrible shape, a horrible downturn, and many homeowners are faced with dilemmas of how they were going to make their house payment. Their values drop. Well, then came along HARP, the Home Affordable Refinance Program. We offer those at Capital Mortgage Funding. Yes, you can refinance your house. If you're severely underwater, if you have a second mortgage, you can still get the loan done. Call us for all the details. All right, tons of calls, and we want to take your call here this morning. Let's try Christina first out there in Fenton. Good morning, Christina. You're live on the ticket.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm calling because I've been trying to get a mortgage now for the past 6 years. I got divorced in 2007 when the economy was tanking, and the house that we currently owned, my husband acquired in the divorce, along with all the debt, the taxes, everything that's stated in our divorce decree. Unfortunately, we I would say maybe 2 years before our divorce, we had gotten a equity loan, and it was in my name, and I'm not quite sure why now, why we ended up just putting in my name and not both of ours. And he was told, and it states in our divorce decree, that he was supposed to refinance the house and remove me from everything.
Right.
And instead of doing that, he decided to not pay any payments, let the house go, it foreclosed, and he filed for bankruptcy, but did not take that secondary equity loan with him. So now my credit is horrible.
Yeah.
And
a lot of action on that call.
Well, you know what? She just didn't get the right advice, because there's no doubt that, and in looking back on it, you definitely should file bankruptcy. The second lien was not.
Hold on.
There's a lot to talk about here.
Neither one of us are attorneys. I mean, so don't take what Harvey says is that. I mean, Christina, it's unfortunate because the situation you were in. Just because a divorce decree or a judge says your husband has to refinance and take you off of that, it doesn't mandate that can happen. So just because a judge says you have to refinance, if he doesn't qualify or there's not enough equity in the property to pay that off and get your name off of there, it doesn't necessarily mean that it happens. They can't force that to happen. And unfortunately, with a second mortgage in the state of Michigan, it's a full recourse loan, which is basically it's like a credit card. So even if he walks from the house, it's still going to follow you around. You're going to have to contact an attorney. I mean, that's really... I mean, I want to tell you that bankruptcy is probably going to be the only way to get that to go away. I don't know. Again, I'm not an attorney. I'm just a regular old guy that went to Michigan State. But based on what I've seen in my personal experience in the mortgage industry, that might be the way to go. Let me do this. Let me give you a call after the show and put you in touch with an attorney. I just don't want to take you down the wrong path. I want to make sure we do it the right way and get you back in.
Quick question, though. Being that it was almost... because I've contacted the credit places, and they are giving me a date of March of 2014, which is only 6 months away.
Yeah, before you can buy a house.
Well, that they're going to be removing it from my credit or showing that it's closed. I mean, do you think that going through bankruptcy, which starts my timeline all over again, is a good idea, or should I just be waiting?
I don't know the answer to that question because I've never seen your credit report. I don't know the exact dates on there. I just, it's one of those calls that, I mean, I know the answers. I just want to see the entire picture before we start telling you, or advising you what we think we should do. Let me call you after the show. I'll pull your credit report. If it's gone in March 2014 and you can get back in the market, we'll do something. And I just want to make sure we do it the right way to make you successful down the road.
Okay.
Wish you would have called us a few years ago.
Thanks,
Great call, Christina. Thank you. All right, that's an interesting call. Again, I like how you said that because, just because a judge says that the one spouse needs to go ahead and do these things, there may not be enough equity. They may not qualify. And in this case, the guy did something even worse. He agreed to something and then just completely stopped making payments on it.
I mean,
had he contacted her, they could have maybe settled that a few years back. Again, 2 years after a discharge on a bankruptcy, you can get a new FHA mortgage. However, if a house, a mortgage, a second mortgage is included, it's a 3-year wait from that time period. You got to be careful. Those second lien holders are coming after people. 248-539-9797. I want to go to Joe out there in Fraser. Good morning, Joe. You're live on the ticket.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, I got a quick question, man. I've been trying to refi my SI house for like 3 months. I've been getting the runaround. I had my house appraised and all that, did the credit application fee, and now after 3 months, the guy said my debt to income's too high.
Right.
And I'm confused because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to roll a first and a second, which will lower my payment $600-700 a month, and then pay off a credit card, which is another $300. Doesn't that lower your debt to income?
It should.
Sure, it does. Doesn't mean you qualify, though. How much is the house worth?
My house is worth $118,000.
And what's the mortgage balance? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to finance?
I owe $42,000 on my first, $42,000, and I got an equity of $36,000.
Hey, so you got plenty of equity.
Absolutely, I got $20,000.
So what are the debts out there besides the mortgages and the credit card you're paying off?
I mean, just the car note and stuff like that.
How much is the
total debt? My total debt is like $3,400
a month,
and I make about I make a total of about $9,000, $9,000 a month.
Oh,
those numbers make sense.
The numbers make sense. If you have how much is the car note?
It's like $460.
And so the new mortgage in the credit card, the new mortgage payment, if it's $90,000, should be like $700 a month. So you got $700 in color.
It should be like $900 something with taxes and insurance. But I'm paying right now. My first mortgage is about $1,300, and my second is like $350. And when you do the math, it's about $1,600. But if I get into a new one, it'll be about $900, which will lower the payment $600. I've never missed a payment on nothing. My credit score is 719.
Are you self-employed?
My income's like $30. What's that?
Are you self-employed?
No.
No, you get a W-2.
I get a W-2 every year.
Wow. When I introduce myself to him,
he's saying my debt to income is like 38%, which is
that's what it's supposed to. That's what it's supposed to be.
Hey, Joe, I'm Harvey Freed. I'm your new mortgage representative. I'll be calling you after the show. Thanks for the call this morning.
Yeah, that's an easy. Give us like 20 minutes. I'll call you right back, Joe.
So it shouldn't be a problem?
No, it's based on those figures. If you want to borrow, if the house is worth $118,000 and you want to borrow $70,000, $80,000, you have a 719 credit score and make $9,000 a month. Unless there's something that we're blatantly missing, is there like an old foreclosure, an old bankruptcy, or anything?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you're good to go, man. Give me like 20 minutes. I'll call you right back.
Thanks, Joe. Great call.
Thanks, Joe.
Anyone out there is having some trouble, you definitely got to give us a call at Capital Mortgage. Refer your buyers to us if you're a realtor. Make us one of your partners. Make us one of those big tools in the toolbox, the tool that gets it all done. We will close the loan.
You're a big tool. You are.
Sometimes.
You're just a meathead.
We're going to talk a little bit about you here a little bit later in the show. If you want, 248-539-9797. We got a few open lines here, and we're going to take Rob out there in White Lake. Good morning, Rob. You're live on the ticket.
How's it going, guys?
Good. What's up, man?
Good. I recently tried to, go with somebody else to remortgage my house. I've got an excellent credit score at like 790. I am self-employed. Just like the downturn with everybody, my W-2s kind of went down. I Schedule K is usually around 40. I've recently started to be able to take, regular W-2 paychecks, even though I am self-employed.
So you K1, wait, you did a K1 and a W-2?
Yeah, I W-2 myself a little bit, and then I also I also take draws once a month.
Okay.
So, you know, I've got like practically zero debt. I have a boat payment that I'm about to get rid of. I have a car payment that's in my name but is paid for by my business. You know, I'm just looking to, you know, what should I start doing to maybe try to get, you know, better qualified.
You know, it's one of those things, Rob, and, you know, I mean, I think it's awesome you're self-employed. I know sometimes it does come with, you know, with a little extra work, but, you know, I think that the self-employed population is the backbone, you know, of this country. So, I mean, I applaud you for doing that. That's awesome. You know, I want to see your last 2 years' tax returns. I want to see the full 1040s, the, you know, the K1s, the W-2s, and there's, because a lot of times there's income that you can use that if you go to, you know, to some schleprock mortgage guy, he's not going to know how to qualify you properly. He doesn't know how to calculate self-employed income, and you know, a lot of times there is income that we can
some depreciation we can add back in and stuff.
You know, I'll call you after the show and get some more information from you. But I mean, if you can start pulling together your last 2 years' 1040s with all the schedules, I can take a look for you and let you know what we can do, man. What are you a C corp? How do you file your taxes?
We're an S corp.
You're an S corp. Okay, yeah, man. That's actually a pretty simple calculation. Let me call you in about 20 minutes, and we'll go from there, man.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, man.
Call. All right, we're up against a little small break. When we come back, we got tons to share with you. 248-539-9797.
McNamara Garage daily parking is only $20 per day. The Big Blue Deck serving North Terminal, daily parking just $10 per day. You deserve it.
We're saving a spot for you. We're saving a spot for you.
Welcome to the Michigan Medical Report, brought to you by Physicians of St. Joseph Mercy Oakland. Today's topic, breast imaging, and with us, Dr. Patricia Kondratenko, a St. Joe obstetrician gynecologist.
There are two important designations you should look for when choosing a breast imaging center. The first is an American College of Radiology Breast Imaging Center of Excellence, an indication of high standards in image quality, equipment, and personnel. The second designation, NAPBC, or the National Accreditation Program for Breast Centers, assures the breast cancer programs provide the highest level of comprehensive care encompassing screening, diagnosis, treatment, and aftercare. St. Joe is one of only a few facilities in the state to achieve both.
For more information on breast imaging, call 1-800-372-6094 or log on to MichiganMedicalReport.com. Sponsored by St. Joseph Mercy Oakland, a member of St. Joseph Mercy Health System.
Now is the time to add lines at Metro PCS. Why? Try this. 4 4G lines for $100, period. Let me repeat for emphasis. 4 lines, $100. I will now pause to let this sink in for a moment. Okay, moment over. 4 lines with all the unlimited good stuff, unlimited data, unlimited talk, and unlimited text on a nationwide 4G network. The price? $100, period. And the taxes and regulatory fees on all 4 lines are rolled into the price. Now you can afford unlimited data for your whole family. And there are no 2-year contracts, so you can lose the crazy monthly bills. Lose all the taxes and regulatory fees, lose the annual contracts, and get nationwide 4G with unlimited data, talk, and text. 4 lines for $100, period. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Only at Metro PCS. Coverage and services not available everywhere. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires at least 1 new line activation. See store or MetroPCS.com for details and terms and conditions.
2.5 Men is about brotherly love 5 nights a week.
Have a great day, bro.
I hate you.
I hate you too.
2.5 Men is about fatherly love 5 nights a week.
Alan, smack your kid for me. Should we risk more brain damage?
2.5 Men is about all kinds of love 5 nights a week.
I love you.
And I love you. Now be an angel and get me another beer.
Feel the manly love 5 nights a week.
Why do I bother talking to you? Beats the hell out of me.
2.5 Men.
Watch weeknights at 7:30 on CW50.
Leaves are raked, grass is cut, and driveways swept. Now I'll top off the water softener with Diamond Crystal Salt.
Save the best chore for last?
Yeah, it's kind of special.
Why's that?
Well, Diamond Crystal Salt helps extend the life of our plumbing and appliances.
That's great.
It helps give us brighter and softer clothes.
Love that.
And it helps reduce spots on our dishes.
Brilliant. So why do it last?
Well, it does so many nice things, the least I can do is spend some quality time appreciating it.
Diamond Crystal Salt. A brilliant choice since 1886.
Arby's slices up the truth about freshness.
The truth is, fast food is made pretty fast, except when it's made slow, like Arby's new Smokehouse Brisket Sandwich. It's smoked for at least 13 long hours, then served up when you order, which makes it pretty fast, slow food. Arby's new Smokehouse Brisket Sandwich. Tender beef brisket smoked over hickory for at least 13 hours, then freshly sliced in store, topped with melty smoked Gouda cheese and house-made crispy onions. Craveable brisket ready when you are at participating Arby's for a limited time. Arby's, slicing up freshness.
Right now at the Home Depot, you'll get up to 24 months special financing on purchases with your Home Depot consumer credit card. So, let's do less waiting and more creating. Let's start today and do next year's big project now. Let's do this. Up to 24 months special financing. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Valid through October 16th. Subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Tomorrow, get ready for the Lions game at Rosie O'Grady's Irish Pub on 9 Mile Road in Ferndale. With the 97 Won the Ticket Street Team. They'll be running the party from noon to 2. You could win a pair of tickets to see the Lions November 24th at Ford Field. Then on Monday, you'll find 97 Won the Ticket and the voice of the Lions, Dan Miller, at the Hard Rock Cafe in Detroit from 7 to 8 for the Lions Review Show. More at 97wontheticket.com.
The Tigers have done it again!
Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers.
Boston bound for the American League Championship Series.
97-1, the ticket.
Welcome back to the show. We're in our last segment. We'd love to hear from you. 248-539-9797. You can also call Capital Mortgage all day long. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker.
I'm glad they gave me the heads up that we were coming back on because I was mid-rant about that school in New York that banned balls at recess because people are getting hurt. I was like mid-rant about children today.
Kidding me?
Yeah,
no balls outside?
No, you can get hurt, man. You can get hurt, bro. No balls. No
scary
footballs,
out there
no
sometimes.
Balls.
You've never seen so many of these injuries. I mean, in the 70s, and I'm not even that old. I mean, I don't remember all these injuries. Maybe they just didn't report them. There's no internet back then.
Dude, if I took a ball to the face, you know what my dad would tell me? Catch it next time.
Exactly.
Get your hands up, man.
Also, you can shoot us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. I want to so far thank all the callers, but we've got some open lines here if you'd like to join the show. Again, we talk about mortgages and refinancing. There's still many or abundant amount of programs out there. You don't have to be a first-time homeowner. You can go FHA. You can get a VA loan, a rural development loan. Rural development loans in northern Macomb County, even in northern Oakland County, all over Livingston, Washtenaw. FHA has made some changes earlier this year. They increased the MIP, made it a little bit more expensive, but still these great programs out there.
The government shutdown, I'll put out there right now. Capital Mortgage Funding is still lending, FHA, VA. I mean, we're still doing loans. We're still rocking and rolling. Don't worry about it. I took this call 40 times all week. If you're in process, if you're looking to buy, we're still lending. Everything's going on. Our firm's a mortgage bank. We're not a broker. We service our own loans, underwrite in-house, use our own money. I mean, does it affect us? Absolutely it does.
I misspoke last week.
Well,
actually, I thought it was going to start affecting us, but not at all. Applications are moving forward with the government backs.
We're fine. Everything's good.
Loans backed by FHA and VA. They're moving just fine. Again, what else do we got here? Department of Agriculture. All of those loans actually account for 45% of the action out there in 2012. The figures in 2013, probably about the same. These government loans that are backed, VA, RD loans, and FHA, about 45% of the purchase transactions that close are being done with those type of loans. Call us at Capital. As Alex just said, we handle those in-house. You have to worry, no delays at all. And if you're a real estate agent, definitely give us a phone call. Refer your buyers to us. Make us part of your program. Again, not everyone's going to come with us. They should. Not everyone will, but at least you're doing the right thing by setting them up with a local lender. 248-539-9797. I'm going to go out there to Mike in Warren. Good morning, Mike. You are live on the ticket.
Yeah, very good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I was listening to you. You know, you're talking about the balls. You know, there's another school that banned tag.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
My favorite.
I don't know.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I'm a novice. I hate to admit it at my age.
That's okay.
That I'm a novice in this area. So I'm starting the learning process. I am looking to move up north I've got a 5 to 9 year window. Okay. And I can get exactly what I'm looking for. I've got $10,000 in my pocket, and I've got a home equity loan that's free and clear. Should I purchase now using the home equity loan, or can I get a primary residence mortgage at a cheaper rate.
You can really, it's either one. I mean, you can go either way. So the house, it says you're calling from Warren. Are you going to sell the house in Warren and retire up north?
Oh, yeah. I need to live here until my son graduates college. But I was, at this point in time, I could start making payments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mike, here's the thing, man. The home equity line is going to be based on prime. So as the prime rate goes up, your rate's going to go up as well. I'd like to see you maybe do a regular old school mortgage on the place up north. Do a 30-year fixed, lock the rate in, and be done with it. Buying a house up north, a second home like that, is just like buying a primary. There's nothing outside the box. It's very, very simple.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Excellent. I can do that then.
Absolutely.
Because I'm at 5.25 right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're a pretty decent rate there. I mean, we'll look at the whole situation for you and see the best way to go. What part of up north are you going to?
I was thinking Roscommon area. I want to be in the snow belt.
Awesome, man. Very, very cool. Give me a call after the show. We'll get you approved for the place up north, and we'll go from there.
That'd be wonderful.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for joining us, Mike.
See you, man.
A few extra lines here, 248-539-9797. Just real quick, Alex. Every time I go up north, it is relaxing. I only need to be about 20 miles north of even this studio for a matter, and you start relaxing.
It is funny that you say that. Stacy's parents have a place up in Shaney Creek. And
I love it there.
I'm telling you, I live my whole life in like a 5-mile square radius bubble. Like everything I do is like Royal Oak, Birmingham,
Berkeley,
I'm all in the same spot. Every time Stacy gets me up there, when she does, I'm like a child, like kicking and screaming. We do get up there, man, and it's just like
blood pressure drops.
Oh my, yeah, it's not even. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's 100% true, man. Up north it's pretty laid back.
Let's try Jim out there in Allen Park. Hey, Jim. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir? Thank you.
I'm doing okay. I'm calling about a house. Used to be my primary. It's not my primary anymore, but I've got it kind of dragging down on me for the last few years. I've got a 80/20 loan on it that I got in 2007. I owe about $135, and I haven't had it appraised recently. The SEV comes back. It should be about 80 for the value on it.
The SEV is 80?
What's that?
The SEV is 80,000?
No. It projects it at about 80,000.
So the SEV is 40,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've rented it a few times. I've been in and out of it a few times. Now I'm wondering just if I can get it refinanced. We've decided that we're finally going to keep it. We didn't know if we're going to, try to get rid of it, try to short sale it, or walk away from it. But we got excellent credit. Now I'm making money again. So I'm just calling to see what my options are.
Second homes and investment properties, they qualify for the HARP products. I mean, you can definitely refinance that. What's the rate on the first mortgage?
The first mortgage is 5.9, and the 20 is at 9.9.
There's nothing we can do with the 20. I can tell you that right now. I mean, the first you can probably get you down into the high fours. I mean, you're not talking a huge savings though. Maybe $120 a month. I mean,
I'll take it.
Is that going to do it for you?
There's no way to to roll that both into one mortgage payment.
There's no equity. I mean, you can go to 80% of what the house is worth to pay off a first and second.
Okay.
So I mean, you're going to be stuck, man, and you can't walk away because you said you're making money. The bank sees that. The second's a full recourse loan, which means you owe it even if you do walk away.
Yeah.
I mean,
you could add the two together and go FHA up to about 97%.
Not if it's worth $80,000.
Well, he's going to have to bring some money to the table. Maybe considering doing that. Do you have any money set aside?
I do have some money set aside, yeah, but I was not sure that I was willing to sink it into this house.
There you go.
Tim, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I was just saying, let me call you for the show. Let me run your credit, look at the house. I mean, let's see what we can do for you. I mean, it's one of those things I got to see the whole picture before I can really tell you what we can do.
Okay. How does having it as a rental, how does that affect the situation? I mean, as opposed to just a second home, is that is there anything
that throws my idea out the window?
I was gonna say that changes a lot if it's a rental, man. It's just because you've got loan to value caps on if it's not your primary or second home. I mean, there's a lot of action there. Again, let me call up this show. Let me see the whole picture, look at everything, and even if we can't do anything, I put you on the right track, and move forward.
Okay,
thanks for the call, Jim. It brings up a great idea here. If you're going to consider maybe using your house as a rental in the future, you might want to refinance that and add these two mortgages together Alex, you can go FHA up to 97%, actually 97.75, but not if it's a rental property. So there are some things you need to do with your mortgage now if you have plans on keeping that house down the road. And we've seen some tremendous opportunities out there. Families have kept their existing houses and bought new ones.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had it's a 10, 15-year run of great real estate, and people that have done it the right way and ground through it. Like I told you guys, the last 10 years to grind through it. Now it's back, and people are making money again. It's good.
All right, I want to thank all the listeners for calling. It's another version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Shoot us an email, mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We got Pat Caputo Sports coming up here on 97.1 The Ticket. For Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Freed. See you next Saturday.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
My friend Dave has a question.
Yeah, what's DTE Energy doing with renewables?
Just so happens I have an expert here, Louisa from DTE Energy.
Actually, Dave, DTE is committed to developing renewables here in Michigan. We're partnering with schools, businesses, and communities on solar installations to generate power.
That's great. What else are you doing?
We're taking a thoughtful approach